statement by saying that when it comes to responding to the serious allegations of rape that occurred in a minister's office in this building, I have at all times been guided by the bravery and courage of a young woman who chose to speak up and about an alleged incident in her workplace. I have always acted ethically and with basic human decency on all matters related to Ms Higgins, and I will continue to do so. I will always support women to come forward, and I will always respect their confidence when it is sought. Over the past week, Coalition members, including those at the centre of the rape allegations, have been alleging that I have misled the Senate over comments I made almost 2 years ago. I reject those allegations. I take my responsibilities to this place as a senator very seriously, and I have always conducted myself with the highest levels of integrity, and I always will. I did not mislead the Senate. At Senate estimates on the June the 4th, 2021, the then Minister for Defence, Senator Reynolds, said, "I know where this started." She went on to say, "I was told by one of your senators 2 weeks before about what you were intending to do with the story in my office, 2 weeks before." I was shocked at the assertion made by Senator Reynolds, with the clear implication that I was responsible or had some involvement with making that story public. That was not true. It was never true, and I responded to that allegation by saying no one had any knowledge. I explained that to Senator Reynolds in a wide-ranging private meeting that night, where several matters were discussed. I informed Senator Reynolds that I'd been given a heads up about the allegations in the days before they became public, an explanation she accepted at the time, some 2 years ago. In fact, Senator Reynolds even said so on the record in Senate estimates that same night, and I quote, "I would like to say, in relation to the matters raised before the dinner break, Senators Wong, Gallagher and I had a very respectful discussion during the dinner break, and they have assured me they were not involved in that matter becoming public. I accept their assurance." I repeat, she said, "They've assured me that they were not involved in that matter becoming public, and I accept their assurance." This proves that Senator Reynolds knew the context of our exchange that evening was around whether I was involved in that matter becoming public, and I was not. Senator Reynolds and Senator Ruston have known that for 2 years and have never since raised a concern about that with me. The allegations that were made public were done so on Ms Higgins' own terms. Those are the facts, facts that appear to have been lost in the past week. I want to be clear with this Senate, as I was with Senator Reynolds and Senator Ruston on the night of June the 4th, 2021. I was provided with information in the days before the allegations were first reported, and I did nothing with that information, absolutely nothing. I was asked to keep it to myself, and I did. I did nothing differently on this occasion compared to hundreds of other times that people have reached out to me in my time as a politician and asked me to keep their information private, including women seeking support over alleged sexual assaults, violence and harassment. Being available and trusted by our constituents is fundamental to the jobs we do on behalf of them. I was not involved in any way with the story that went to air on the night or was reported online that morning. I was in no way involved with the timing in which this story was published or aired. Any allegation or assertion that I did is wrong, and I reject it in the strongest possible terms. It seems most of the discussion in the media this past week has been about what I did with information I had in the days leading up to Ms Higgins' allegations becoming public. But the fact remains that those who owed Ms Higgins a direct duty of care had known of this for almost 2 years and did nothing to make changes or improve culture and safety in the workplace where this incident had occurred. Final question, Senator Reynolds. Was it your decision to send Ms Higgins to Perth for the duration of the election campaign?
Senator Gallagher, again.
That's also subject to police investigation. How handy.
And that was your final question. Thank you.
Senator Gallagher, that was beneath you.
Well, don't give me a lesson in that,
Senator
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
Please don't accuse me of.
Order.
Please don't give me a lesson in
I'm going
ethics.
to go now.
I know where this started.
I am now
Hey?
going to go to Senator Sheldon and give him the
was
call
told.
to return to his questioning.
I beg your pardon?
No, Chair.
Order.
No, Chair, she's just made an invitation on the Hansard. We'd like to understand what she's just said.
You said I would know where this
I know where
started.
this started. What do you mean?
Senator Wong, I really don't think we should be doing this here, but if you want me to do that.
Yes, I think...
I was told by one of your senators 2 weeks before about what you were intending to do with the story in my office, 2 weeks before.
Oh, I had no knowledge of this until...
No one had any knowledge.
Okay.
I had no
We
knowledge
will-
of this.
How dare you?
Order. Now we will
It's
move...
all about
we will
protecting
either-
yourself.
We may suspend if we're going to continue down this
Really?
path. Otherwise, I'm happy to pass the call to Senator Sheldon
Yes,
to
really.
continue his lines of questioning. If not, we will suspend for a private
Yeah,
meeting.
let's do that.
We will suspend. We will suspend for 5 minutes.
Thank you. Sorry about that.
Resume our hearings, and I just understand Senator Reynolds would like to make a statement.
Thank you very much, Chair, and thank you for the courtesy. Chair, I'd just like to say in relation to the matters raised before the dinner break, Senators Wong, Gallagher and I have had a very respectful discussion during the dinner break, and they've assured me that they were not involved in that matter becoming public, and I accept their assurance. So thank you.
Thank you for that clarity.